Welcome to the first ever Scheme Team Saturdays. I am joined with Shannon, Chris,
Hello.
and Josh. Holly is suffering because of a second COVID jab, so she's not here this week. But every Saturday we're going to be bringing you different types of videos. We'll give you some reaction videos, we'll give you some tier list videos, and then eventually we're all going to meet up, we're going to give you some in real life videos. But first of all, we're going to react to a video by the famous Mr. Nightmare. This video is 3 freaky true dating app horror stories. I found this video in the hopes of scaring the shit out of my peers today. How you feeling going into this? Yeah, right before bed. After filming for 2.5 hours. And now we're going to do this.
I don't know, I maybe hit that tired state where I just don't care. And I'm like, this is stupid.
I'm going to watch Love Island anyway, so it won't spook me too bad.
Okay. Fair enough.
Let's jump right into it.
For now, let's watch. Any of you still use Tinder?
No, I'm permabanned. And has been on it for years.
But I guess I'm biased.
Alright, I found the problem.
Experience I had with Tinder.
Tinder.
I've only met up with 3 people ever off Tinder. The first 2 experiences were nothing special.
Yeah.
I wasn't excited about either of the girls, and there were no second dates. But
Was a dumb
compared to
cunt
the
that
third
accidentally
one,
muted this stream.
Oh boy, in comparison, the first 2 went
Well done.
phenomenally. I matched this brunette girl named Annette. She had up 4 pictures, 3 of which she was
Annette?
posing alone in what looked like her backyard. The 4th one was in front of a pond. At the time, I didn't see it as a red flag that she was alone in all of her pictures. Honestly, why would I? But she was decently attractive,
Understandable.
at least in my standards. So I talked to her, and it got to the point
So
where
I have
she
to
asked
play
what I
the
was
game.
doing
I'll
that
find
night.
out which one's the
When I said
fucking
nothing, she
you're
asked if
matching
she could
with.
come over and hang out. Considering my bedroom in my parents' house is in the basement with a separate entrance, it would work out rather
Oh,
nicely.
he's one of the
Oh, he's got this set up.
Yeah.
When the
He's
time
a creep.
came, she texted me literally right on the dot that she was outside. Punctual,
Oh,
to say the least. I let her in
Probably
the
been
side
there
basement
longer.
door entrance, and we walked downstairs. I tried to make the greeting not awkward, but right off the bat, first impression, she seemed weird. Her responses were short, her laugh was weird. When we sat down on my bed and I asked her how long the drive was,
And this is it,
she
this is
laughed.
shit.
Like, she didn't even answer
She
my
was
question.
weird.
She just laughed like I told a joke. And as she laughed, she looked right at me, her eyes still open wide. It was uncomfortable, and I already knew I wasn't going to vibe with this girl. I wanted her out.
I already
I'm
know.
not gonna fucking vibe with her.
I'm not gonna vibe. I'm
That's
not feeling
the
the
vibe.
vibe.
I'm sorry, right? But see if you saw somebody and their picture was them standing at a pond. From my experience, right? What I've learned about
What do you
ponds.
do out in the park, huh?
I've learned
No,
about
no,
ponds.
no. Right.
Yeah, by the way, I've learnt a few things about ponds. by
No,
the way.
listen,
Dangerous,
I
dangerous.
studied ponds in
Listen.
school.
Listen,
But
boys.
higher.
Boys.
Higher.
Higher pond.
Boys.
What
There's some
serious thing to say
horror.
about bonds?
There is horror stories about the pond and sea milk.
There's always stories about everywhere in sea milk.
Is
Aye,
it not like every pond, like you fucking some mad witch has been drowned in it, man?
no.
Aye, the Mad Witch Pond.
Oh, we've not got witch pond, we've got pedo pond.
Lads,
Pedo
lads,
pond?
Pedo
What do the
pond.
pedos do in the pond?
What
Is
about?
that where they
float
hatch out
about
their
the
wee
pond.
eggs, man?
They float
Nah,
in the
nah,
pedo
nah.
pond.
We were always told to
You
avoid.
get the lilas out, and they're just sitting there.
Sitting there with the binoculars in the middle of the lit pond.
Nah, we were always told to avoid this pond
Avoid
because
the pedo pond.
there was
Why?
avoid
Just-
the pedo
just
pond because there was always pedos lurking about it at night, and there was creepy spottings of these really weird, like guys like just hanging about in the middle of the night watching the wains in the play park, and we just get told to stay away from pedo
Playing
pond.
in the park in the middle of the night.
I was about to say, the fucking hell.
Listen,
Let's
I
go.
don't know, right? But see if you had a
if you're a
pal.
kid in a play park,
I think you were
you're
just
kind of
told that.
asking for it at that point.
No, 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 no. It was
I'd like
it
to
was
thank
genuinely at the
Glasgow
stage
Council
where.
for sponsoring this.
No, it was genuinely at the stage where if you had a pal that had to pass that pond, you would tend to have quite a group of yous walk them home.
Pedo pond?
Because of the
I
pedo
feel as
pond.
if this is a bunch of
You guys,
wains have been
right,
told
right. If the
them to, like,
tents, clench your fists and tents, walk past the pedo
Make
pond.
yourself look bigger. Make yourself look bigger.
Actually, we had to. It was a
Oh, my
bit.
shoulders!
It was a bit more brutal than that. We had to rip the bark off trees and turn into a fucking Roman turtle shield.
Shut the fuck up. No way. Shut the fuck
You got
up.
sharpened
No
Fucking never.
way. No way.
I mean, I don't know with bark and all
We're
that.
going on a
fucking
pedo hunt.
way, man.
No, fucking no chance.
Beast hunters.
Ah,
like
you had a bit
fighting
of bark as your shield, and if you found a stick sharp enough,
The
that would
shield!
just...
How fucking big's your back?
Shut the fuck up,
I
man.
Oh,
Yeah,
I said bark
it's
is bark,
nicer than
and
what?
bark is
Fucking-
sweet, man, I've tried it.
This is not an advertisement for Cass Milk.
Nah, I'm
Or
bullshitting. We
Scotland.
didn't
No,
hit,
no.
we didn't do anything into the trees. We just had to walk in groups past the pond in case there was a wee pedo. Anyway,
Imagine a group of kids fucking forming a Roman turtle shield with spears poking out either end.
Oh, that's how
People,
bad
these
the people
pedos
are.
like, what the fuck? You know, ordinary people walking by see that would be freaked out. Like, the fucking
know.
cunts doing, man.
I'd get myself one.
oh right. Anyway, away from the pedo
Back to the
ponds.
video.
Let's
Right,
go.
back to the
Back
video.
to the lasses, it's just not a vibe.
ASAP. I turned the TV on in the background for filler, and I pretended to be laughing at the TV because of the constant awkward silences, and she never once batted an eye to look at the TV. She just watched me the whole time. I was able to wrap it up quickly by pretending I got a text about going into work early the next day, and I implied I needed to go to sleep. She seemed like she didn't want to leave. It was extremely awkward.
I
But
love
I
feeling
managed to get her to follow me out the basement door. When she was finally gone, I had to ask myself, what did I just put myself through? Not even 5 minutes
God.
after she left, she texted me, "Are you sure you have to go to bed? I was having fun." I read the text and sighed. I threw my phone on the bed to charge while I went to get food upstairs. When I got back, I had 3 more texts from her, 2 being question marks, the last one being hello with more question marks. This girl was clearly nuts, so I blocked her. Done and done.
Fuck off.
I went to bed an hour later.
Oh, good.
I woke in the middle of the night, like I often do. I'm a light sleeper, it's really annoying. Waking up randomly isn't weird for me. I instinctively felt
I don't
around
like
for
the way
my
that
phone
changed.
to check what time it was. But my phone wasn't by its normal spot on the ledge charging, and I 100% remembered putting it there. So I got up and started looking around for my phone. I turned on the bedside strip of red LED lights I had hung on the wall to light up the room just a bit.
Oh,
Couldn't
that'd
find
be
it, though,
creepy.
and I'm kind of the person who will let that bother me until I find it.
Oh, red as well.
I went upstairs to grab the landline phone and bring it down so I could call my number. When I dialed my number, I heard it ringing from inside the boiler/laundry room, which was connected to my room. I entered the boiler room, and there was my phone left on the washer machine, causing the entire machine to vibrate as it rang. I knew this was bizarre because I didn't do laundry that night. I didn't even remember going in there. I picked up my phone to see a bunch of new messages from some random number. I opened the texts to see 2 pictures of me sleeping. Above the pictures were 2 texts saying, "Nice, good job blocking me." The second one saying, "Lock your door next time." And I
That's
realized
so
what an
odd.
idiot
Fuck
I was,
off.
that I was so
Oh
anxious to
my
get her out of my
God.
room that I didn't even lock the door when she left. Then I can't say for certain, but I felt like I wasn't alone in the room. Like I just felt another presence, and I had a feeling that she may have been hiding behind
Is
the
it
cylinder
panning
boiler
closer to
in the
the
darkest
fucking thing,
corner of
mate,
the
or is it
room.
just me?
But I didn't
Aye,
look.
it's like, it looks
went
as if it is, but it's not.
It's not, it's definitely planning.
And it's like kind of fanning, but like not. It looks mad.
It's so weird.
Can we talk about the fact that he said that he had a feeling she was stoning in the darkest corner of the room, but he can never be sure? Sorry? What do you mean
I'm
you
sure
can
you
never
would
be sure?
Aye, you would fucking
If that's
see
me,
it.
all the lights are going
Aye,
on. Fucking.
Aye.
I'm going.
As soon as I hear a fucking noise, that big light's going on, regardless.
This is why you need dogs, man. So crazy bitches like this can I do this, man?
Oh, my dog would probably fucking walk them in, guide them to my fucking room, hand them my
Yeah.
phone.
Mags would be the same, to be honest. It's not like-
I said- I remember when a guy tried to break it, or I don't know, somebody tried to break into our old house and the dog's done fuck all. They heard it. and it
Oh
just
my god.
hee-haw. I heard it and I woke up and I was dead like, fuck's that banging noise? Because in that way I could hear the banging outside but inside at the same time.
Oh,
So obviously they were trying the back door, like whatever they were trying to do. I'm like, that's fucking weird. It's like 4 o'clock that Tuesday. Went
my
through.
god.
I was like, I opened like my mum and dad's room. I was like, can you hear that? They're like that. I'll be the neighbours. I was like, Mum, it's fucking 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's crazy. You're getting broken into, and you're like, I wonder what that is, eh? Wonder what that is.
So me and my dad got up and we went downstairs. The two dogs stood at the top of the stairs. Didn't go downstairs, a pair of shite bags.
Oh,
We turned on the light for the stairs, and I think this was our big mistake because our old house, when you went up the stairs, had like a big, what do you call it? Stained glass window.
Yeah.
So when you turn it on, it illuminated the entire back garden. So we've turned it on. They've jumped, or they've fucked off, and obviously we didn't go to the front door to see. We went to the back door, and we were like, "Oh, it's fine."
aye.
The next morning, I got up and I'm standing in like the utility room getting my fucking the milk at the fridge, and I just felt like a draft in like my arse. I'm like, it's fucking cold in here. I turned around, I'm like, fucking lock's missing in the door. What the fuck? But up the stairs, I went to my mum and dad's room again, and I was like, Mum, fucking lock's missing in the door, back door. And she's like, oh no, they're sitting on top of the counter. I went, no, the keys, the actual lock. What they'd done is they tried to chisel the way in through the back door, but they broke the lock. So it wouldn't unlock. They weren't going to get it open. It was fucked. So they just done the opposite of what they were trying to do.
Absolute idiot.
Fannies, man.
Anyway,
Back to the video.
Right. Let's see if we
My
get to my
parents had
bird.
called the police. Given that the girl was dumb enough or crazy enough to leave a digital footprint, tracking her and getting charges pressed on her was easy. Her name wasn't even Annette. Her real name was Sylvana. Her charges were a breaking and entering charge and a stalking and harassment charge. I, of course, got a restraining order, and I've never heard from that girl again.
until
That was piss. I wanted more.
Aye, I wanted like. I suppose that is heavy scary though. Like, but if a guy done it to you,
I
you're
tried
gonna,
all the major
that's
dating
much.
apps, and I never really have much luck on them. My friend told me he was having
this
luck
all
on
him
the
was if
Twitter
people
app,
sent him these stories.
so I gave
People
it a
send
try.
them, he narrates them.
And right off the bat, I was getting a lot more likes, albeit from girls I didn't really find attractive at all. Still, on my first batch of free swipes, I matched this one cute blonde girl named Julia. I'll spare the details of our conversation, but it went excitingly well. It was one of those rare matches where the girl was attractive
was
and
up
very
front.
receptive to my messages, seeming
Hey,
like she was
Bex.
actually enjoying talking to me. We quickly moved to
fine.
Snapchat. I asked her for her number, but she said let's talk on Snapchat instead.
Ah, that's
I was
sus.
fine with that. So I
Sus.
added her on Snap, and she
So I
added me
was
back.
talking Snapchat.
Her Snap score was low, like under 1,000.
Oh,
Oh,
Right away,
fake.
I was suspicious.
Oh,
upset
fucking
that this may have been
Snap
too good to
score.
be true, like I thought. She messaged me, and I messaged back being blunt, asking her to snap a selfie of herself just for my safety. I told her there's a lot of catfish profiles going around, so I can't be too careful. She opened the message right away, but didn't reply for a minute. I thought for sure the account was going to block me any second. But instead, to my surprise, I got a notification that I got a snap from Julia. I opened the snap, and it was the same blonde-haired girl from the pictures. Still, I wasn't convinced, so I asked her to give me a thumbs up or a peace sign. She opened the chat. I was waiting to see if she'd block me this time. She didn't respond for a couple minutes, until finally, she sent another snap. I opened it, and it was half her face smiling, holding up a peace sign. That was enough for me. I snapped her back, and then we messaged for a little while. We eventually made plans to hang out. She invited me over to her house, which was across town, not too far away. She said she was home alone and that it wouldn't be a problem. She gave me the
Aye.
I noticed she had her Snap map on, so I did a little check to make sure her address matched her Snap location, and it seemed to check out. I told her I'd be over in a few. I changed into decent clothes, sprayed on some cologne, combed my hair, and got in my car to head over. I remember thinking I may have overdid it with the cologne. She snapped me while I was driving, asking if I was on the way. I told her yes. She read it
While he was
immediately, but
driving?
didn't respond. I got to the house. It had the number 22 written clear as day next to the door. I messaged her that I'm here. She didn't open the snap though, so I decided to just go ring
Oh,
the
that's
bell.
creepy.
There were no cars in the driveway. And
That's
grass
the
was like it hadn't been
708
cut
on the
in
door.
years.
That's
I
wrong.
rang the bell, but she didn't answer.
Not quite too tall.
It's
I started
just
knocking really
stock
loud.
images.
When she still didn't answer, I went back to Snap and
Silly
tried calling
goose.
her using that. It just kept ringing though. She didn't answer. Was I just pranked? I suddenly heard a woman's voice yelling something at me across the street. For some reason, I imagined it to be Julia at first, till I realized it was an older woman yelling, "Excuse me, what are you doing?" I began walking back to the street and called back, "I'm meeting someone." She said back to me at a lower volume now that we were closer that I have the wrong house, nobody lives there. I asked the address of the house, and the address she told me matched the address this Julia girl gave me. I thanked her and got in my
And
car.
Ghost Lassie
I
on
went to try to
Tinder.
message Julia one more time, but she blocked me. I felt like I was played for a fool. They unmatched me on Hot or Not too. Luckily, I took
Hot or
screenshots
not?
of
What
the
the
profile.
fuck's that?
Sorry, I thought
Oh,
this
no.
was a Tinder story. What is that?
I
Remember?
know.
Oh, fuck.
Hot
Oh, well,
or
dating app
not?
story. Freaky through dating app stories.
Oh yeah.
It's
true,
also,
true.
he's just
Oh,
been
no,
damned
fuck.
up and he's like, what a horror story. I'm hoping he at least gets stabbed in the next 30
Somebody will
days.
probably follow him home or something, I'm assuming.
Let's find out.
It'll be like the
It's the
castle.
old woman.
Yeah.
File before that because I sent some to one of my friends before driving to the house. When I got home, I sent screenshots to my friend group chat with like 8 other people, asking if anyone knew her. One guy, my friend Darren, said that's Lisa, a girl who overdosed on heroin 2 years back. When he said that, another friend in the group chat confirmed he was
Somebody
right.
was posing as a
I
mad
got
dead last day.
goosebumps because the snaps I got were from a girl who matched that Lisa girl completely. I told my friends, and they thought either I was crazy or the situation was crazy. I'm without a doubt certain the girl in those snaps was Lisa. How this happened, I have no earthly idea. Better question, why was I led to that house? I can't even try to imagine.
Oh, fuck off.
I mean, that was just a pretty heartless catfish, I feel like. You
Aye,
can
that's
get
what that was.
Snapchat plus, but you can like upload.
In high school, I was in a big graduating class. So for that reason, I didn't get to know a lot of my classmates on a personal level. Using dating apps in college, though, I was able
So
to
that's
naturally
his way of
connect
saying he
with
wasn't
a lot of the
popular.
girls I'd never really spoken to back in high school.
I think we might have picked the
I
least
was using my
scariest
app of
one out
choice
of
when I
all.
matched this girl, Maria.
Aye.
She was in my grade in high school. I followed her on Instagram and Snap already, but I never really got to know her in high school. I sent her the first message and asked her how she'd been. I talked to her about high school a lot and how it was funny that we never really spoke or had any classes together. She said we should hang out that night. I asked if she'd want to meet somewhere for drinks or food, but she said she's down to just come hang at my place if that's cool. Honestly, I
Oi,
like that idea even better.
No,
Because my parents were
It's just what the guy
Scud
thinking
on,
I'm
wee
gonna
man,
get
scud
that
on.
hole, man.
Then I gave her my address.
DTF,
She said she'd let me know when she's on her way.
DTF.
Then it was just a waiting game. I waited and waited for the notification saying Maria sent you a new message. In fact, it was going on past an hour.
It's just what is
I
your
sent a
nipples?
follow-up message on Tinder, but she didn't reply. A few minutes later, I checked her Instagram page and saw she posted a story a few minutes ago. It was a meme. Was she ignoring me now? I checked her Snap story, which was posted within half an hour, and she was apparently with her friend, another girl from our high school. I didn't understand. Was she coming or not? I commented on her story. Are you still coming later? She opened it a few minutes later and replied saying, "What are you talking about?" I repeated the question,
They're
then
just
added a
catfish
reference to the
stories, aren't they?
conversation on the app.
Look,
She replied, "I don't have that app. Send
Off
me
the
the
first one.
profile." So I did, and she told me right away it was a catfish and to report it. I did so, and I think Tinder automatically unmatched the profile after that. But I wasn't concerned about someone using this girl's pictures. I was concerned someone had my address and knew my parents weren't home.
I've
I
seen my
made
dick
sure
in
every
the
door was
pictures.
locked. I truly was
Trouble.
expecting something to
But
happen
you
that
take
night,
yourself up.
but it was getting pretty late, and I was starting to feel a little more relaxed. When my guard was down, that's when it happened. A horrific scream from my little sister's room. I
Oh,
jumped off the couch to
no.
go run
Ow.
to her room. She opened the door just as I made it to the room, and we met at the doorway. She had this horrified look on her face, like she just saw a demon. She screamed that there's someone outside her window. I couldn't believe it. She ran upstairs while I went to her window to confirm it. There was no one out there now, but I knew it wasn't a coincidence. I tried to call my parents, but I couldn't get a hold of either of them. My sister slept in my room with me that night because she was scared.
Oh,
I only
that's
went to
offside
bed
flag.
after waiting downstairs for an hour, listening for anything possible. When I was finally in bed, that was when I heard a
Why is
noise.
Tony Soprano on the wall?
My sister heard it too, because we both sat up at the exact same time.
It's in
My
Nick
parents weren't
Cage.
supposed to be back that night. I went to lock the bedroom door and then got 911 on the phone. I whispered into the phone that I was certain we were currently the victims of a break-in. I told my sister to be quiet when she started making crying noises. Footsteps approached the door. Then someone
Shake
tried
back.
twisting the doorknob. Then they started banging on the door. And in a deep, angry-sounding voice, a man said, "I know you're in there. I can smell you." The 911 operator
Oh.
told me to hide in the closet with my sister. I waking
Can
us
smell
up
you.
to cry.
Oh,
I can smell an ass.
We sat there quietly the best we could, but he
Smell
kept
it.
banging and banging on the door.
I've not even seen
My sister
Twilight.
cracked. She cried out, "The police are coming, leave us alone."
You dumb
The
cunt.
banging stopped, and we heard the man laugh. Then there was silence. Next thing we knew, the police were outside, and the operator told me to quickly get to the front door if the coast was clear to let the police in. The police then did a thorough investigation of the house, which was clear. The entry and exit point was my parents' bedroom window, which he climbed through off the backyard awning. My little sister screaming about the police must have scared him off. The police recommended we sleep somewhere else, so we went to my friend Joe's house. Ever since then, I always verify whoever I'm talking to from online is actually who they say they are.
It's like one of those my deep web stories.
You should
Yeah.
do that in the fucking first place.
Yeah, no.
No, wait
Exactly.
until your life's at risk and then go, oh, do you know what? I might have to reevaluate how I deal with internet, folks.
That was,
No,
the crazy, that
James
was the
was
weirdest
the
one, that one. The
straight
fact they couldn't actually turned up at the door.
And it was like,
that was
oh my
the scariest
God.
one. Yeah, the first two were
Yeah.
shite.
Oh, I'm telling you
second
boys, I've seen quite a lot of his videos and some of them are genuinely really good. I think we've just clicked on a...
We clicked on a dud.
Yeah, we've clicked on a dud.
No,
Who knows? Maybe next time we watch another scary video, there'll actually be scary stories. Well, to be fair, I would be quite scared if either of the stories happened to me, but I'm no stupid.
oh, the first and the second one,
I don't associate with people that I don't know. I'm a shitebag.
I don't like strangers on my gas.
I'm
I'm
alright.
my address.
The
Simple as that.
strangers in my car. Nah, you don't, man. You get that verified. You meet in a public place.
Yes.
Exactly.
Don't listen. You don't go straight for the fucking bedroom.
But
Straight
I'm
away.
alright anyway. I'm
What?
band under.
What I'm more concerned about is why the fuck, Caitlin, you watch this for entertainment?
No, dress yourself out for what?
I'm so demented in people that enjoy this shit, man.
The mad Reddit stories are alright. You get some mad ones in that, but I just don't believe having them.
I really like these videos. They're interesting. That's probably not the right word. I like them,
Maybe.
right? Shut up.
Intriguing.
You have your animes and your weebaboos, and I have my scary stories, right?
I
They've
used
got
to
a
watch
horror
them when I was
fucking
younger.
kink or something, man.
Aye. You have. What's happening?
Right. That'll do it. That's enough.
Boo pig.
That's enough.
Nice.
Sorry if the first Scheme Team scarred
Scat.
Yeah, scary on a Saturday.
I'm a scat
Eh,
man.
Apologies if the first Scheme Team Saturday didn't scare you. Maybe next time. You just get anything to say, guys?
Some people are shite bags, so you know what? It might scare somebody.
Okay. Fair enough.
Have you ever heard of fatal grips?
Oh! What's that?
No, tell us more,
I don't
please.
know, but Josh will tell you.
Well, young Christopher, it's interesting that you may throw that in my general direction. Because our good friends over at Fatal Grips, fatalgrips.com, have been so kind to allow us to give you guys 10% off their products. 10% using the code SCHEMETEAM, all capitals. And what do they do? Well, it's quite simple. If you're a gamer, of course you fucking are. We all are. Christopher?
Gamers rise up.
Oh yeah.
Rise up.
If you've got a controller like this is mine. This is my PlayStation controller. My thumbsticks are fucked. Smooth. Very smooth. Like my arse. Nice and soft. You don't want that. You don't want that. You want them to be grippy. You can go on and get your thumb grips. You can also get loads of gear. So if you're into the Colombian marching powder, and I've cracked that joke 3 times now, but we're keeping it the theme going.
Keeping it alive.
You can go
The
and get it
gaming
off of
gear.
them. You can go, but all your gaming gear, all the shit you need. Yeah, you want custom skins for your controllers? You fucking got it. Do you need a case in case you're like me and Chris and you know you get a bit angry because you get angry playing games and sometimes you throw it. Don't mean to do it. It happens. The case might not stop it breaking, but it might, it might help. And you can go and get t-shirts and all that mad shit. So, failgrips.com, Scheme Team, 10% off. You're welcome.
Come.
Bye.
Bye.
Also, be safe on Tinder.